They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And shutting him off, now open field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Can right out set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. These guys hooking up right away here, Charles. 2 plays, both passes in his direction, and both catches.
And in our time together, have we not seen the tight end position continue to develop in the passing game? You know, at some point, we may not call them tight ends anymore. We may have to come up with an entirely different way of designating that position and what they do on the field. Because when I hear tight end, I think of the old school, hand in the dirt, blocking on the line of scrimmage. These guys are much more receiver than they are guys who are going to move in the pass in the running game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
24 is the mic. Go, go.
Watson now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 13. Take both of them. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
There goes Duke Johnson. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Take both of them.
Now a handoff looking right. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 24, Roethlisberger. Johnson's got it complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
19, 50, 54. Check back. Line up. Line him, go.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Watson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Will Fuller was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Joe Hayden on coverage.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, alert, alert! 54!
Throwing again is Watson. He finds his man Johnson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Let's go, boys! Bring it up! All right, now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They run with Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Hey, this is it. 15. 50. Check my 50. Switch. Jim.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he'll fire one end zone for Cook. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks 43 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Defense on deck. On deck. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Roethlisberger. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
180. 50. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check 44. Small.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. That one into the hands of Kane. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deon Kane, 42 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One step.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger, and he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Brandon Dunn able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. They've got his man complete. 33 yards that time.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Roethlisberger will throw. He gets this one to Johnson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Kill, kill, kill. Monday. Whoa! Here we go, here we go. Flag,
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh? You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. You.
Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes. That's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And he finds Stills complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan first down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long from Houston.